Hi, do you have a lot of online meetings? In this video, I will show my gear, software, and workflow to level up your meeting production. Like this, you can quickly change camera angles, show overlays, and place sound effects and control everything by pressing buttons on a Stream Deck. I watched different setups here in YouTube, and this is the result of my research and learnings. My name is Felipe and I'm iOS and macOS developer based in Norway with several years of experience. I work mostly remotely, then having a good online meeting setup was essential for my remote work. I will add all the links about the hardware and the software I use in the description down below. Some of those links will be affiliate. Hardware. Let's start with the hardware. I will list my preferred hardware and why I use it. I will talk a lot about Elgato in this video, but I'm not sponsored by them. Stream Deck. The Stream Deck is the central part of my setup and influences the rest of my hardware decisions. It allows me to control programs and hardware very quickly and easily by pressing the buttons on it. Keylight. Having a Keylight is very important for the quality of your video, as you can see in this footage. I chose the Elgato Keylight because it's easy to control with the Stream Deck. They are well integrated. For my camera, I use the Elgato Figjam Pro. It's a 4K camera where I can easily control properties with the Stream Deck. So, for example, the zoom, the white balance, and so on. Microphone. My microphone of choice is the Elgato Wave DX, in that it's a dynamic mic. So then I need a XLR interface where I use the Elgato XLR, and I use the Elgato low profile arm to have it quickly available in front of me. Now, the reason I chose this mic in particular is because it's a dynamic mic. For these kind of setups, you can either choose a dynamic mic or a condenser mic. Dynamic mics require you to talk very closely to them, in opposition to condenser mics that pick up sound from all around. This means that dynamic mics don't pick up much echo or noise from around. Another thing that is interesting with dynamic mics is that they are more like bass rich and they sound more like podcast. Here's an example on how the dynamic mic performs versus like the microphone and the AirPods microphone.
This is how the AirPods Pro sound when I'm on a video call. This is how the Mac microphone sounds, and my mic is placed over here. This is how the Elgato Wave DX sounds when I'm on a video call.
So that's the hardware that I use for my online meetings. Now, let's go to software. OBS. You can use OBS as a virtual camera that allows you to set up scenes where you can have, like, for example, different camera angles or overlays and stuff like that. So for example, in my meetings, I have the main camera where I'm talking to the prompter. Then there is the camera in the Mac, which I use for jimming the camera when a coworker says something like silly. Figjam. Figjam is an application that I use to communicate ideas by showing people instead of talking on the air. We use it to post pictures, paste code snippets, and discuss concepts collaborating in real time. Keynote is one of my favorite software of all time. One cool tip that I can mention of is that in Keynote you can make an object where your camera feed is rendered. So when you're presenting, you are not just showing the slides, but your face is also there. Elgato Software. There are mainly 3 apps that I use from them. The Stream Deck app to customize my Stream Deck, the Wavelink app to control the audio of my microphone and also add secondary streams where I can add, for example, sound effects during my meetings, and Camera Hub, which is to control the prompter and the Figjam Pro camera. Putting everything together, I will usually start a call by pressing a button on the Stream Deck, which will turn on the key light. It will adjust the lights on my Philips Hue setup that I have on my office. It will start the apps that I need and will prepare everything for me be ready to talk. In my meetings, my camera setup for Teams, for example, is my virtual camera from OBS. The sound of my microphone should come from the stream mix coming from the Wavelink app. In this way, I can play these audio effects during the calls. I have a folder that is for all the actions that I use during a call. For example, I can play sound effects from there, or control Teams, raise the hand, do reactions, control the camera angle, control overlays, or control the lights. For example, one of the overlays that we use is like a counter, which at work we call it bagels, but don't worry about it. It's basically just a counter of topics that we need to expand on after a stand-up. Then to end the call, I press on this custom button on the Stream Deck that have a multi-actions where it turns on my key light, change my Philips Hue lights to the setup from before, and it closes the apps that I only opened for the video call. I understand this setup is really not viable for everybody. might be a bit complicated, but one of the things that I would definitely recommend is to get a Keylight. The Keylight is very impactful when it comes to like the video quality, so that will be like a very good step up. The second would be to use OBS as your camera. So then you can have overlays or different angles, and this OBS, there's a lot of potential there that you can customize and truly have like a great online meeting experience for the people you're talking to. I will link to another YouTuber where you can watch how to take OBS and do it even more during your video calls. I'm just scratching the surface. If you are curious about the rest of the gear that I have on my office, you can check out my studio tour in here. I hope you liked the video, and until the next one.